Finally, we are back in the studio. Super, super excited. Super duper stoked to have everybody today. My voice is a little bit gone. We had quite the weekend. We were in the mountains skiing. A bunch of my buddies and I got together, and we had a terrific time out there. There we go. Awesome, 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 guys. It looks different today. Yeah, it does look different. We're back to it. We are back in the studio. No more of the bad audio. No more of the computer camera. We're back. We're about to have a great day. Today is day 6 of the 0 to 10K challenge, and I want to be quite honest with you guys. We are gonna blow that out of the water. So we just had 2 deals close today. Unrelated to the challenge. It looks like we're going to do 13K from those. But that, again, that's aside from the challenge. I'm not counting any of that stuff in the challenge here. We started from scratch. We went and we got A2P verified on a brand new account. I am taking this from 0 to 10K as if we were just beginning. So that way I can show you that anybody can do it. Now, I do have a few things that I do want to note for you guys. Starting next week, and this doesn't apply to anybody that already has the Go High Level Access. If you already have your Go High Level Access, you reached out to me, you're grandfathered into that forever. I'm never going to charge you for it. You're only going to get billed through Go High Level. For anybody else that didn't go ahead and do that, we're going to start charging them $297 a month. Now, that shouldn't apply to any of you guys because everybody here on the live stream now should have gotten it for free. I took a deep dive with the team. We went over some of the logistics and kind of the value that we were providing as far as the Go High Level goes. And they recommended that we charge a lot more than $297 for it, but we kind of settled there. And again, that should not apply to anybody who already has it. So if you got in when I offered it for free, good on you. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Take advantage of those free opportunities when they fall into your lap, because now going for new users, we're going to charge $297 a month for it. So if you got it early for free, good on you. It's going to stay free for you. You're going to be in that group that, where we nurture all those Go High Level campaigns and such and make updates. So that's really exciting. That only goes for people that reached out to me while we sent like 30 messages out saying, hey, these Go High Level accounts are going to be free. Good on you for reaching out to me saying that you would like one and providing your Twilio credentials, etc. there. So really, really exciting news. And I want to congratulate you for grabbing that early for free. I realized I sent you guys the vertical. I'm going to get you guys the link to the horizontal as well. So I see that some of you guys are on vertical mode. I sent the wrong link out. So I'm putting in the WhatsApp group right now. This is the horizontal, like, hey, if you have your computer out, watch it here. If you're using your mobile view to watch it, keep watching it on the mobile view. So that should be the horizontal view that we're sending in now. So that way you're not like looking at your phone like this, or it probably formats pretty funny if you have if you have the horizontal view on your desktop, it probably looks a little weird. Does anybody else have any of these crazy mugs? My girlfriend's mom bought us like 40 of these mugs. I'm kind of addicted to them now. I may be wrong, but it's highly unlikely. It's words I like to live by. But anyway, guys, we're going to be taking a little bit of a different approach today. Like I said, how we were going from 0 to 10K, and we had been doing the Zillow FSBO method up until now. Today, our A2P verification was actually approved. So we're going to be starting taking on some of those texts that we're sending out to people. We're going to be taking those inbound calls. I'm going to be attempting to book appointments with those folks. And you're going to see it as a totally different ball game. Not only are the conversations different, but the assignment fees are considerably higher. The resistance, however, is going to be about equal. But it is a totally different ball game because the volume is there. If we get them on the phone and we talk to them like they're real human beings, we're going to see a lot of positive results there. These are people that are tuned into reality rather than putting a random number up on Zillow, hoping for the best, and really just those people that sit there, cross their fingers and say, oh my gosh, I'm going to sell my house and make, it's a lottery ticket. No, we don't want to deal with those folks. So we're going to start it from scratch. I have a text blast going out. Let's see what time I have the text blast going out today. I have a text blast going out today at, it looks like we're sending a text blast out to Durham, North Carolina. It looks like we're only sending 1,100 more texts on that text blast, but we're going to start. And we're going to pull a brand new list as well from Deal Machine. So that way you guys can see how I'm going to do it live. Pull the list from Deal Machine. By the way, 7-day free trial, a bunch of extra goodies by using code POWERSELL. This is like my new, and guys, just for full transparency, just for 100% full transparency, I could have gotten a deal by a promo code deal with Deal Machine, with PropStream, with any of these data companies. I got tired of using PropStream. I got fed up with it. I was spending so much time, so much BS. I migrated over to Deal Machine. I liked the CEO's level of communication with the users. I felt like this is a much better fit for my business. And by using code POWERSELL, POWERSELL, on Deal Machine, not only will you get a 7-day free trial with unlimited access to data, like phone numbers, whether it's a landline cell, to do whatever you want with it. And they know that. But you also get, I believe it's $50 in free marketing credits that you wouldn't otherwise get, as well as a handful of other goodies. We're not doing that to make money on it. I just want to extend that free resource out to you. And it does get me a little kickback if you guys eventually do subscribe, which at the end of the day is not my concern. My concern is helping you guys for free to get to 10K a month wholesaling by being a high ticket connector. That is my number one motivation and goal. But we're going to go ahead and start brand new today from scratch, pulling a list, running the text blast, taking those calls in, and seeing how far we can get. I'm going to walk through the exact call progression, the exact conversation that we're going to be having with these folks, as well as the scripts, the breakdowns, showing you exactly what to do when you're in this situation. Because my hope for you guys is that you get on this text blasting train. It is a different ball game. You will see so much greater success through text blasting than any of the other methods. Yes, does it require an investment? It's going to require you to spend, right now we spend about $1,000 a month text blasting. Those are just in text costs. It is absolutely worth it. I mean, all in, my company probably spends about $1,400, and that's like we're maxing it out there. We're sending 2,000 texts a day. A lot of you guys probably won't be sending 2,000 texts every single day. I mean, some days we're sending 4,000 texts out. So that's maxing it out. We're spending like 12, 13, $1,400. That's nothing. Think about the ROIs on that. Just from these are deals that we were working on at the beginning of February here. We're getting paid on them $13,000 in assignment fees. I mean, if we're spending $1,000 a month in text, that's nothing. It's a 13x ROI. You guys can do the math. That is the cheat code. But go ahead. You guys can put in right now where you guys want me to go ahead and start looking for deals today or doing a text blast today. So go ahead, drop it in the chat where you guys want me to start today. Let's see. For anybody that is on mobile, here is the horizontal view. I'm putting that in. If you guys want like the widescreen view, you can go there to that link. Join me there. But it's ultimately up to you guys. I tried formatting them in a way that would be easy for the eyes for you, either direction. So go ahead, drop in the chat where you guys want me to go ahead and take a stab at. Again, it needs to be in a territory that only requires one party consent. ATL, Georgia. All right, let's go to ATL. Let me just make sure. Let me just make sure that Georgia's on here. One party consent. Georgia is on there. You were the first one to say it, so we're going to snap off at Georgia here. Did J. Cole just release a new album this weekend, or am I old? Is this old news? I have not been listening to music in a long time. I was a Spotify tried and true guy for years. I'm an Apple Music guy now. I got J. Cole playing in the background, but is this new or is this old? Yeah, this is old, 2016. But did he did just drop a new one though. All right, let's tune into that. 2-6. Let's see. All right, but we're gonna go into Georgia. Let me do some recon here. I haven't texted Georgia in a while, so we're gonna go over here to Zillow. This goes hard. All right, we're going to see what's sold here in Georgia. We're going to go for vacant land. I think vacant land is going to be the easiest for us to move for the 0 to 10K challenge. I can send out thousands of texts. People usually want to get a return on their investment. They've been holding land for years and years and years. We're going to see what we can do here. All right, let's see. We're going to put year built 2025. Don't show sold in the last 90 days. Okay. These suburbs are going crazy over here in between Athens and Atlanta. And then also down here by McDough. So I'm walking you guys through it exactly as I would. I don't know those counties right out of the gate, so I'm going to type in Georgia counties. I want to see. Oh God, there we go. So we're probably going to want to be at even right up here is crazy. I'm going to go ahead and snipe right here, though. This McDough. Henry County. The fall off is what I got to be listening to. I'll play that next. So we're going to go look at Henry County, Georgia here. Is that going to be good enough for us here? I mean, this is better. I should take a stab here. Like Wild Bank Circle County. Let's double check here. Yep. All right, Paulding County. Let's see why it's not pulling up for me right now. Was this not the right county? So it's Dallas. There we go. All right, now we're in action here. We're going to come here. We're going to look up vacant land. More filters. Sale history. Last sale date. Is before. So we always want at least 5 years. We want them to be holding that property for a minimum of 5 years. So we're going to go to January of 2021. So that they have sold that before January 2021. Owner type. Corporate owned, no. Contact information. The contact has a phone number. Don't go too deep into any of these filters here. That's just going to drive you insane. All right, so let's look at the fall off real quick. Oh, that's the album. Okay. I gotcha. Let's see. All right, so now let's come down to the stuff where land information here. Lot size acres is between, I always put 10,000 feet, 2, 3, and 5 acres. So that would be like 220,000 feet, I believe. Oh, lot size in acres. 0.25. There we go. Land use code. We're not gonna go super deep into all the filters here. But number of properties is less than 5. I don't want somebody that owns any more than 5 properties. It's just another way for us to narrow down that it's not some big corporation here. Zoning, flood zone, low risk. I don't know what this button does. I don't want to mess it up here. Here we go. Zoning, foreclosure, sale, MLS information. I want it off market. So off market. That's very important. So let's just make sure I have all my filters. 5 years of ownership or more. Corporate owned, no. They have a phone number. Acres between 0.25 and 5. Less than 5 property zone. Flood risk low. Marital status is... market status is off market. And let me see if I can go ahead and put the... Let's go ahead and keep these. So how many do we have here? Only 49 properties it's showing based on those. All right, let's see where I went wrong in my filter here. Start over. Sometimes, guys, we got to start over here. I want to see, first of all, how many properties it brought up right out of the gate here. Under vacant land. 406 seems rather small. So something might not be right here. Vacant land. So it's saying 400 vacant lands. Now let me just double check something, make sure that this is pulling properly for this region. For vacant land. Oh, property type. Here we go. All right. See, it's getting a lot better in Durham. It's only saying 400 there. So let's go ahead. We'll pull a couple for Georgia here. We'll do that Paulding, Georgia. Then we will also do Henry County. All right, now we're cooking with gas here. Rockdale might be, or Gwinnett. How do we spell Gwinnett? we go. I want to get a good enough list, guys. I don't want to only have a few hundred in my list for this text blast. I want to have the way that I always like to do it for my team is we'll scrape like 20,000 at a time. We'll go ahead and schedule those text blasts out for the next 10 days, and we'll do it that way. For the purpose of this live stream, however, we'll just get enough to send out one solid text blast here on the live stream. 400, though, is not going to cut it. So now we're talking 26,000 here. Vacant land. Let's do it one more time. Vacant land. Quick filters. We will do off market. Where you at? Off market. Okay. And now we will come over and add our filters. Contact information. We want them to have a phone number. Yes. Owner type. Corporate owned. No. Let's see what's going to happen here. See, guys, when you're looking through data, you need to see where the anomalies happen. So, for example, you might go from having 25,000 records to having 500 records by changing one filter here. So we just made one change to a filter and it came all the way down to 6,000. Some counties do not make their land data readily available online. So the system is pulling data and only able to use so much to go, like, to be filtered down. So what's happening here and in other scenarios, when we're using these universal filters for information that does not exist as it's attached to the land, those properties could get excluded because that data is not available for them, such as like relating it to property owners or relating it to the county zoning. So we need to be very careful, and that's why we're doing one at a time here. Now we're looking down in the bottom left, seeing how many properties are still available. So we just made it to corporate owned here, and I think it dropped another 5,000. So let's just see how many dropped. So yeah, I dropped 5,000 there. Where are we at here? Add. Land information. We need to do that. There we go. See, we just moved it to a property class residential and they just got rid of everything. That's a terrific example. So that information is not readily available. Let's just take a peek here. Lot size. A very important thing that I want to make sure is on there, hopefully, is that this flood zone. All right, cool. That one worked. So we have 3,000 records here. Now, the last one that I'm going to do is how long the property has been owned for. So sale history. Sale date. Is before January 1st, 2021. Let's see. Let's see how many are unknown. So 1,500 of those properties is unknown. So that's an issue there. I'm going to see if I can do a trick real quick here. $1,500 properties here. All right, I was going to do something that was going to take a little bit of time. We're just going to add them individually here. So we're going to add all the properties here. List view. This is a new view for me, guys, because I usually do it on my large desktop on the left here. I just want to make sure of something here. All right, let's see if it built me these lists. Yes, it did. Is it still making them? Ah, shoot, I didn't hit confirm build. My mistake, guys. All right, so it's adding 1,200 of those properties there. But I also want to come over and make the condition for unknown, because those are totally different, but they still get up the same. They still are universally the same data. One is just known, one's unknown. That's a pretty important piece of filter there. All right, so now we should have everything. Now what we're going to do just from these is we're going to export them only if they are a mobile phone number. So no, we're not going to use all of our leads in one go. We're only going to export the ones that have a mobile phone number. All right, open lists. We're going to let them load here. What questions do you guys have? This is Deal Machine. So Deal Machine, we can get you guys 7-day free trial. All you do is plug in your credit card. You can get 7 days worth of access to unlimited leads. Unlimited leads to either call, text blast. You can use whatever filter that you want. Use code PowerSell. Cancel whenever you want. You can cancel before the 7 days. Get as much data as you can before that. It's a way to maximize how many leads that you guys actually get. So we are going to export these, select all, but what we want to do is scrub for landline. And we want to contact properties, property owners. Yeah, you guys can start with a few hundred. I think that, well, just to preface here, when you're getting your Go High Level set up with your Twilio, they only allow you to send 100 a day at first. Then you have to wait 24 hours. You can send 300. I think from 300 you go to 500. Like, they limit you by day until you kind of until you can prove to them that you're not spamming people. And so they give you these limits when you're starting out. You can do 100 for the first 24 hours. 24 hours have to go by. You can send out 250. 24 hours have to go by. You can send out 500, etc. So we go as far as we can with it. We send 2,000 out a day minimum. Anybody else starting out can send out 100. And we are also going for a totally different list. Because we have the ability to send out volume, we're not sending these hyper-targeted text blasts. For example, the government lists. The government lists are crack. They just take more manual work. And as far as our current infrastructure goes, we would rather spend time on scraping volume, where we excel as we have a lot of the systems in place for the closers. We don't have the systems in place for grabbing all the data from 500 different government sites, putting them into a text blast and sending that out. That is why we opt for this volume play by grabbing these not non-niche lists such as the government data. So I see within that 100, if someone replies, are we allowed to answer to that reply then? Yes. What I recommend to you guys is, unless that there is a serious amount of urgency, like they want to talk right on the phone, right then and there, talk numbers, in that case, you would submit it on the platform saying ASAP, call this person ASAP, work out the details. What I recommend, however, is when you start getting more comfortable on the phone, you gather the MCTP data from them while you're on the phone with them, and then you submit that on the platform. That way that you have a higher chance of conversion. So that's just something that I like to think about. Is I like to be closer to the money in that regard. I like to have a hand in a deal that I'm doing always. That's my personal feeling about it. But we're going to go ahead and scrub this data here. Property owners, selecting properties. We're going to export that here. Should take 5 minutes or so to get that export list. We will plug those in. We'll send the text blast out, and we will see what we can get cranking for them. This is going to be awesome, guys. Still got that double shot of espresso. Waiting on those leads. But yeah, go ahead and fire any questions that you guys have. I know my team today just closed $13,000 worth of deals today. Just to give you guys an example, on that, you would be getting right around, I think it's around $4,000 of that assignment would be hitting your bank account if that were your deal. Let me do the math on that. For just setting the appointment. Yeah, around $3,500 from that. Just for setting up the appointment. And these are deals that we had to fight for. So yeah, all right, let's see. We can download the file here. Let's see how this information is formatted for us though. So give me 1 second. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this data up, because you can see it's kind of all over the place here. So it says associated property full address. So we're going to say address. First name, last name, mailing address. Let's see. Email address. Phone. Mailing address previous. Let's see something here. Okay, you see how here all the data is, this is address, city, state, and zip. I need to break that up. So here's how I'm going to break all of that data up. I'm adding about 5 columns here. I'm going to click on B. Well, first I'm going to do is I'm going to freeze the top row here. We're going to click on B. And we are going to split this data. Format, where's it? Data, split text to columns. And then you have to do it one more time. Sometimes it puts the state and the zip code in the same column there. All right, so address, street address, city, state, zip. Now here's what I'm going to do, guys. Since this was land, okay, since this was land, we have to do something kind of interesting here. And I'm just cleaning up this data, so don't worry about what I'm doing right now. I'm just making it pretty. Like some of this we just don't even need. It's just clutter. This column matters. This column matters. These columns matter. And that's pretty much it. Everything else is just noise. So it should have gotten rid of duplicates automatically for me. It should have gotten rid of landlines automatically for me. Let's go ahead and just sort these A to Z. Get rid of all landline data. So about 30% of the data that we just scraped is usable. Other than that, it's not usable. Now, here's a couple of different things. Of those 1,500 leads that we grabbed to begin with, a portion of those were duplicates because some people own multiple properties. So they're going to be listed in that multiple different times. When you export it, however, it's going to remove those people. It's going to give you a filter option there. So that is what we are doing. And I'm noticing that some of the data was not moved properly. And we're just going to delete all the rows there. But I am noticing that some of the stuff was not split properly. All right. So here's what I'm going to do to make this easy. I'm going to use ChatGPT to my disposal. And guys, this is me working through the kinks that everybody else would need to learn how to work through anyway. So there's 2 things that I want to do with ChatGPT right now. And I want it to write 2 app scripts for me. And this is like information that you cannot find anywhere on the internet. This is through my own trial and error, extending this to you guys. So what you're going to want to do is come make a ChatGPT app script. So this is exactly what I'm going to do. So you guys are going to need to excuse me for a second because what I do is I have to voice control everything. I don't like to type anything out. We're going to start listening. And what I want ChatGPT to do here is write a Google Sheets app script that will go through column C and decipher if it is a state abbreviation and zip code, and if it is, break it up and move it to column D and E. In that same script, I want it to go through all of the B column. If there is any of these addresses that do not start off with a number, you need to add the text your B cell contents land. I'm referencing the exact B cell contents. So the two things that you're adding is your and land at the end. And guys, right there, we're going to see what ChatGPT will go ahead and spit out for me. Hopefully it's going to be an app script that will go and clean all this data up for me, which is pretty freaking cool. And this is something that nobody teaches. And yeah, this might be a little bit complex, but like at the end of the day, guys, some complex work is going to be required to make $10,000 a month. If it were that easy where you could just literally put $500 in, hit a button and forget about it and make $20,000, everybody would do it. There's a little bit of the intricacies that I'm teaching you that nobody else out there is teaching you. So let's see. So contents land. Okay, so that is good. I want to add one other thing though that I just thought about. If the B, oh, we got to turn it back on again. Sorry, guys. Also add that if the B cell contents are empty, you will do the same your land, but use the contents from the I cell. And so, guys, what I'm doing there is if B is empty, when we're sending text blasts out, it would say something like undefined, but I'm grabbing over the county from their primary mailing address, and it's going to say like your Decatur land or your Owen Circle land. That way, it's like they know exactly what we're talking about, so we don't sound stupid there. Let's see. Let's test it out. Enough with looking into it. We're going to go over to extensions, app script. We're going to create a new app script. Super simple. We just took what ChatGPT gave us. We're going to paste it. We're going to save it. And we're going to run it. It's going to ask us to verify the permissions here. And guys, if you have any questions, throw them in now. I know this is a little bit of a boring process here. I want to make this time valuable for you. So any questions that you guys have, go ahead and throw it in there. So let's see what it's doing. So boom, here we go. You see how it's changing all this? Your GA highway land. Oh, that sucks. Highway 24 land. Yeah, whatever. your Knollwood Drive land, your Springwood Circle land. Boom. This looks pretty freaking clean to me, guys. This looks good. This looks like what I wanted. Now let's see what we can do. Let's go ahead and put this in here. We're going to download this CSV file, come over to contacts, import. Let's make sure it's the correct file. Boom. There we go. Create and update contacts. Street address, city, state, postal, first, last name, boom, boom, boom. Everything's good. I always like adding the mailing address to the notes. I always do that for our internal setters in case that, you know, the phone, they've reached the wrong person or the data for the piece of land that we're looking for is unavailable. You can usually look up what they own based on their mailing address and do it manually. So that's just a side note there. Email, phone, boom. Looks like we're all good here. We're not going to import anything beyond what we need. We always add it to our round robin contact assign. We're going to add the tag here. Henry County, GA. GA. We're just adding a couple tags here so that way we can track all of our data, guys. We just want to make it easier for us to follow here. What other county did we do? We did Gwinnett, Henry, and Paulding. And I'm also going to add vacant land. I just like adding these filters here. Where did I input the scripts here? So I go over to extensions and then I click on app script. And it just pulls it up and it says files, and you just add a file here and you copy and paste whatever it was. You save and you run. So you delete whatever was in there. You save it and then you run. Boom, simple as that. And you need to be specific when you're talking to ChatGPT about it. Otherwise, it's going to mess it up unintentionally for you. It's only as good, AI is only as good as what you say to it and where you direct it. Otherwise, it's just going to do whatever it thinks. And you don't want that to happen. So we're going back here. Add to imported files. I consent. Start bulk import. Now, this is going to take a while. This is going to take a while, guys. So whatever questions that you do have right now, go ahead and shoot them over to me. This is going to take like 5 minutes or so. You guys have seen it before. When we do these bulk action imports, like, look, we're at 2%. We got some time here. What questions do you guys have for me? Some of the stuff as it relates to Go High Level, I'm only going to be adding, I'm going to try to not do it on these live streams. I'm only going to try to, does it save to your Excel sheet forever? Yes, it does save to that forever. I'm going to be trying to do all of the Go High Level stuff within PowerSell.io. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on the live streams doing it. So I am going to be making like dedicated segments inside of PowerSell for that. Whereas I'm trying to stray away from it on the live streams. I want to make the live stream content a lot of live calls for you guys rather than like the logistical setups. Especially now, again, I'm going to say it once more. For the folks that went ahead and got the Go High Level account for free, good on you guys. That was a smart move by taking action there. We're not doing that for anybody else ever again. You are grandfathered into that for free forever. I'm never going to charge you for it. For anybody new that ever wants that, I'm basically going to document your guys' success because You are going to be successful using that. And we're documenting my success. And for people in the future, they are going to have to pay $297 a month to do it, because it costs us a lot of money to have the Go High Level accounts anyway. You guys are going to maintain it for free, keep it forever for free. You're just going to pay for your usage. So good on you guys for taking action there. For everybody else, we're going to charge $297 a month for it if they want access to it. And the reason why is I'm starting to find out that I've developed a cracked system that nobody else does effectively on Go High Level. Nobody. And I always kind of knew that, but as the team was doing more research and, talking to competing companies, they just absolutely do not have the same systems in place. Like, they're sending 10,000 text messages out a day and getting 500, or not 500, they're getting 20 responses. We can send 2,000 text messages out and get 19 responses. That math does not add up for them. It doesn't make sense. I figured something out, and I don't want to just hand it out to everybody blindly anymore. I want to make sure that the people that are using it effectively. So if you have sent me a message on my Instagram asking for the Go High Level access, we're still good there. I will not charge you if you've already done it previously, but going forward, it's going to be a subscription based. So if we've already started the exchange of, hey, can you get me set up? Don't worry. I will continue. I will honor the fact that I'm hooking you up with it for free. I'll pay for it. It costs me a few $100s a month to be able to extend it to you. I will pay for it. But going forward, we're going to charge people $297. So good on you guys for hopping in early, taking advantage of that while it was free. It's no longer going to be that way going forward. Let's see where we're at with our bulk actions here. We're at 46%. Go ahead, and any other questions that you guys, go ahead and fire away here. And if you guys are new here, make sure to like and subscribe. It's super helpful. It allows for the channel to get more growth, and I want as much growth as possible. I want to be able to, my mission is to help as many people as possible. So much of this information has been gate kept for years and years, and really gate kept and put on the other side of a $5,000 mentorship. And I just think that's BS. I think that's BS. Find ways to work together with people rather than charging them and making money whether they're successful or not. It just doesn't clock to me. I disagree with that heavily. So make sure that you share this information, guys, with people that you love. Don't gatekeep it from them. Share the YouTube channel, share the platform, PowerSell. Make sure that you're spreading this. This is really we're trying to make this a once in a lifetime opportunity for folks where they can learn this for free. They can make money and it doesn't cost them anything. There will always be that free, no matter where we go and take PowerSell in the future, there will always be this free option available for people to come on, learn the information for free, join for free. There will always be that available. I hope that answers your question. Can you still join for free? You can still join PowerSell for free. You can still learn all the methods that we teach inside of PowerSell for free. The trainings in there will always be free. I stand by that. They will always be free. There's always that dedicated free portion where you can learn and make money online for free. It's like $10,000 worth of education that I want to give to everybody for free to help transform their lives. As we pivot to offering these additional tools to people, not to these folks that are grandfathered in, but to other people going in the future, those will not be for free. So if you change your mind, you're like, oh, shoot, I want to do that. Have the bandwidth to keep doing that for free. It takes hours of my time. I mean, I talked to a lot of you guys about it individually. It's not something that can be automated. Like, I'm physically sitting there hours, every single day talking to high level, getting it set up. And the only thing I have to gain from it is the satisfaction that I get from helping you out. And I want to go ahead and do that for as many people as I can. But unfortunately, when it comes to the Go High Level, there's just so much work that goes into it. For people going forward, we're going to have to charge for it. So if you already took advantage of that, that's awesome. And I'm so glad to be able to help you with that. And it's going to be exciting. you are going to make so much money with that. Like you have no idea. You absolutely have no freaking clue. And I'm super excited for you. And once you take the leap and you start understanding how these appointments are being booked and how you can book more appointments, you're going to start putting more money into the systems. They're going to churn you more appointments and you're going to get a higher return on your investment. It's an incredible system. That is an effective business. That is how you start. When you start to know, hey, if I put $500 into a text blast, I'm going to see X amount of dollars on the other end. That's how you know that you're running your business effectively. So I'm excited for that for you guys. Let's see here. Bulk actions, where are we at? We're at 89%. Go ahead, guys. Any questions? Fire them away here. And guys, if you've submitted appointments, if you guys have been submitting appointments on PowerSell, make sure that you go in and check. We've just gotten four new appointments under contract today. I'm not sure whose those are. My closer team just reached out to me, said we got 4 new appointments have gone under contract, which is just one more step forward to getting you paid. Also check the notes. So the closer that was assigned to your deal may be communicating back with you. You can see in that communication tab, you can see any feedback that they give you. Make sure that you're tuning in with them. You can chat with them. They'll get back to you usually within a day. So go ahead and check those appointments. And if it's not yours, then it will be next time. That's the mentality that you need to have. But I know that we got 4 new properties under contract today. That's what my closing team just reached out to me. 4 new deals under contract today. That's exceptional. So really exciting news, guys. Check your deals. Make sure always be up with your deals. Get the feedback from the closer. They're going to tell you what's working, what's not. Help you refine your actions. All right, we are loaded up in here. Let's go. Now it's time to get to work, guys. Let's get rid of some of this noise up top here. No need for that. Now, what we do to send this out, we are going to come over here. I'm going to add the tag, these few tags. Vacant land I'm adding, and I'm going to add these other tags here. So that's only going to pull up the leads that we imported. Only 470 came from that list. It's pretty unfortunate, but we only took out 1,500. So it wasn't like we didn't pull a big list to begin with. I pull 30,000 at a time. I refine them down and usually get about 12,000 to 15,000 solid people to reach out to. So we're going to select all of these. We are going to add it to the automation here. And I'm going to be pushing this. This is a new audit workflow that I actually built out, one that's more effective. I'm going to be pushing this as an update to all the people that already have those go high levels. And we're going to send this out. Vacant land, send all at once. Boom, let's go. And now we just wait, guys. We're going to get a lot of stuff making offer. Wow. Now this, just so that you guys know, this was a text blast that had been going out already. I did not just hit the button right then and there. It looks like this was a text blast that was going out at 5:04 anyway. Anthony, if you happen to be watching this, for the sake of the 10K challenge, take any of the text blasts that came in before 5:04 here, because that's not fair. I want to keep the challenge. The challenge here, these should not be applying to me. All right. So I want to start fresh. I don't think it's very fair of me for the challenge here, for the sake of the challenge, that we would be taking any that were from a previous text blast. Should I be asking the leads the conditions of the house that they're selling or just try to book them? So what you need to do is you need to get the motivation, the timeline, the condition of the property, and a ballpark price. That is how you need to be working those. So let's go over to PowerSell. Let's make sure that we can actually, this is a demo account that we have. Let's make sure that we can grab the resources from the trainings here. I know we've been having some trouble downloading them. Looks like my team removed. No, here we go. Resources. Let's see if we can download these here. You click on the attachments, and it should have all of the attachments here. Calling and text scripts. I downloaded it just fine, so you guys should as well. There's tons of cheat sheets here, guys. Take advantage of these. I mean, I could be charging $500 just for this. So let's take a peek here. You want to get the motivation, the condition, the timeline, and the price. Super, super simple. Let's find the exact cold call script that we're going to use here. And this is only available inside powersell.io, guys. You need to make an account. You can grab this for free. These cold call and text scripts. I implore you to do them. Please do this. This is hundreds of dollars of free information available for you. Don't be the person that just sits on the sidelines and watches and is just like, oh, I'm just gonna read more. I'm just gonna read more. I'm gonna read more. This information is free. Go grab it. Word for word scripts here. But let's get back to it. Let's see. I'm only taking the Georgia ones, so I need to go here. I'm only taking these Georgia inbounds. I just want to keep the terms fair. The 0 to 10K challenge. This is me starting over brand new. If I took the text blast that we just sent out earlier today into account, it wouldn't exactly be fair. I want to keep the rules fair here. I just want to throw some ideas out there, guys. Should we do for the next challenge? What if we did $1,000 cash prize for anybody that could book more qualified appointments in a week than me? On the live streams, we went live, toe to toe, anybody. The person that could beat me and get the highest. What if we gave them $1,000? Do you guys think that'd be pretty cool? Toe to toe, me versus you. Talk to me. What do you guys think? We're just waiting here. Or what other challenge? What other challenge do you guys think that we should embark on here? Now, these are qualified. These would be qualified appointments. Whoever could set more appointments than me, and that's like MCTP price is in a realistic realm here. And if we just went toe to toe, and if anybody beat me, they got $1,000. That's an idea. Do you guys have an idea of what a cool challenge would be? Something that would get you in the zone here, or even better, if I paid for $1,000 worth of your text blasts instead of $1,000 cash, if I paid for $1,000 of text blasting, that would effectively be 60,000 messages that you could send on my dime. Just some things to think about here as we're waiting for these messages to come in. I think this is a Georgia. I think this is Georgia. No, it's not Georgia. The whole goal, guys, is for you to outshine the master here. Like I do not claim, I claim to be the best at one thing. I don't claim to be the best at wholesaling. I don't claim to be the best closer, but I do claim to be the best at generating appointments and generating leads. I don't think that there's anybody out there that knows how to do that more effectively than me. I genuinely believe that in the wholesaling game, I don't think that there's anybody that could do that. I've done every single strategy to generate leads and appointments. Everything. I've knocked doors before. Days when we would be out in the heat knocking 180 doors trying to talk to folks. I've done everything. I've done text blasting. I've done Facebook ads. I hired hundreds of VAs. There was a time I hired 38 VAs in a single day. I know every single method. So I don't claim to be the best wholesaler. I don't claim to be the best closer. But without a shadow of a doubt, I claim to be the best appointment setting lead generator out there. And I could apply that to any industry. But enough about me, guys. I want to get back to the game here. Our text messages should be going out. Let's just double check here. Oh shoot, I'm getting held up, so that's why our texts aren't going out. We're only sending 750 at a time here. All right, let's push the limit. I'll give it 5 more minutes and then we'll go ahead and send it out. I don't want to kill my system here. But go ahead, guys. What questions do you guys have for me that I can help kind of spit some guidance for you? I think that's very important. Helping you guys out here. So whatever you guys have questions about, I'm happy to answer them. Yes, I did ski double black diamonds this weekend. No, I did not fall a single time. Yes, I'm submitting my application for the Winter Olympics 4 years from now. Okay? I hope that clarifies. I know those were burning questions for you guys. Does anybody know, on a side, no, they did not fix the hot tub. They did not. You know what's even more sick about that? They ghosted me the entire weekend. And this is like we spent thousands of dollars on this rental, and it was the biggest kick in the nuts to go there, and then there's literally 3 inches of ice like in the hot tub is busted. Like it was defeating. So no, they did not fix that. I'm talking with their management now. Hopefully they'll give us a discount next time. Apriva. I have heard of this, and I have heard of this AI driving for dollars. Now, here's my thoughts on some of this stuff. The most important piece of data is always the phone number. Without the phone number, it is worthless. Okay, there are people that spend thousands of dollars, sending out mailers. The ROI on that is difficult because you're spending hard cash on it, and it's you have to send out, months and months and months and months of mailers. So I still believe that phone numbers, texting, and calling, even with the new Apple updates, I think are still going to be the most effective. But when I'm looking at stuff like these AI driving for dollars, I'm a little bit like, what is the point? Because think of, and I forget the economic rule here, and somebody say it if you guys know what I'm talking about. It's in a perfectly competitive and efficient market. It's either like the $100 bill rule or the $20 bill rule. In a perfectly competitive environment or market, if there's a $100 bill on the ground, it's not on the ground because somebody would pick it up. So the point that I'm trying to make there is that these new apps and these new vibe coded tech pieces of tech that everybody's making now to get this data is gonna, like, a company like Deal Machine is going to apply that same filter and not modify their subscription at all. They want to maintain their competitive nature and competitive advantage in the game. So while these other companies are going testing this new tech out, a company like Deal Machine is going to turn that switch on in 2 seconds. And that, what a waste of time it would have been to learn that new app. Go ahead, build all that data in that new app. I'm fine with being 1 month or 2 months late to save a lot of time and efficiency going forward. So if I can stay doing what I'm doing for the next 2 months, where we're just scraping, tens of thousands of leads every single day, sending out text blasts the same way that we've been doing, and I don't have to go and spend hours on a AI driving for dollars app, building a list, learning something brand new. And 2 months from now, Deal Machine's going to turn that on anyway for everybody. I'm a lot more confident and comfortable doing that. I've spent a lot of time trying to figure out the next best thing, and there are a lot of time wasters. And that's the nature of the beast. When your perfectionism is creating procrastination. Now, I'll take a second, I'll look this up, and I'll give you guys my honest thoughts as well as we're waiting. I want to give it another few minutes here because I don't want to come up as spam. Is this Zach Ginn's AI? So he just looks at houses. I mean, let's take a peek. Do you know it's still in demo phase? I know a lot of people are doing this. Zach Ginn just released one. Let's see. Can you guys hear that, by the way? It's a list builder, just the same as anything else. Like, let's just take a peek what Deal Machine can do. I promise you, Deal Machine is gonna own that space. That was like this was the thing that, and I never used them for years because I was not a huge driving for dollars guy anyway. But Deal Machine got hot for doing the virtual driving for dollars. Like years ago when they came out, people like the craze behind Deal Machine was always the virtual driving for dollars. So I'm pretty confident that they're going to release that feature and it's going to kick ass there. Just because they already pretty much have done that, and like that has been their specific bread and butter. But let's see. I've never been one for like a distressed filter. So Deal Machine, I don't, for as much as I know right now, unless AI Vision Builder. Building this list will cost me. Interesting. I'll be willing to test this on the next video that we do. 2 cents per property. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that this does that right now. I was actually unaware of that. Costs you 2 cents a property though. That's pretty damn sweet. I'll do that on the next video for you guys. But we're going to go ahead over here and we're going to send this text blast out. Enough waiting. Let's send this bad boy out. Yep, there we go. All right. Fire in some questions, though, guys. I'm always happy to answer them. But we're about to have yeah, so go ahead and ask those questions now before we get all these text blasts coming in. And I got to talk to some homeowners here. On a side note, what's up with these terms and services? Everybody's updating terms and services. Like, I'm getting Hulu notifications. I got a Facebook notification. I got like 15 different notifications over the weekend. Like, hey, we updated our terms of service. Like, what is going on? I don't think Jerry wants to sell his property. Oh, that's pretty sick. Yes. All right. So the different sections on that, and once I'm done explaining that, I'm probably going to have to pop back here. Because we're sending out a ton of text right now. So the different sections here. So when you pull a list, I got to look at it in my Google Sheet here. So I deleted quite a few, so I'm not going to go ahead and put them back. The contact ID is Deal Machine's internal marker, their internal identifier here. And so I just throw that away. That's like their internal system and how to identify a lead. This is obvious, like street address, city, state, zip, first name, last name, mailing address. So this would be where the property owner actually lives. In most cases, would be the mailing address. That's the differentiator between the property address and the mailing address. So the reason why I like to save the mailing address in the notes is so that, God forbid, a situation where it has like your Collins Road land. I don't know what the street number is for their Collins Road land. So when I talk to somebody, I can pull up their personal records and look and maybe get the address that way based on where they live to see what they own and what they don't own, etc. I can pull up county records. So that just like gives me that extra little bit where I have a little bit extra research or a little bit of extra information that I can dial in my research. Email address is self-explanatory. This is what Deal Machine thinks is the different email addresses that are related to this person. So the first one is the one that they have the highest confidence level. Then they go down like 2, 3. The same thing goes for all the phone numbers. So they can find a bunch of different phone numbers that are potentially linked to you. They always list phone number 1 as the highest confidence level that they have, that's your phone number. Simple as that. All this other shit here is useless. Like, nobody is you're not getting the right person 4 phone numbers down in most cases. And like when you're just looking at the volume of like you're going through 500 people here, it's a pain in the butt. You have to take the loss there in going through like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 phone number by only going through the first one because of the sheer volume. It would distract you on a time metric. It would just not be simply worth your time. There were a few other things here. I'm pretty sure they were just nonsense categories for just random stuff that I deleted just to get clutter out, like how much money that they make. Those metrics are kind of nonsense. They're technically getting that information from tax data, but I think it's nonsense. It's never been accurate. Like if you clicked in my name, it would probably be nowhere near accurate. Saying what my job is, what kind of stuff I like, what my interests are. A lot of that information is just gibberish, garbage. All right, let's see what we can get here. We're sending out hundreds of texts right now. No thanks. We're going to see what we can do here. Yeah, that's like so many of those terms of service notifications. I've just like boom, boom, boom. I'm like, damn, did I do something? Am I getting banned? Now we just wait, guys, and see what we can conjure up here. We are going to see what we can conjure up. A really great use of time that I should be doing right now as well is to be having, like, if you're not getting any good positive feedback here, you hit those Zillow or government lists as well. Like I said, guys, I can't unfortunately hit the government lists on stream. I can only do this data. So unfortunately, I'm not able to do that. I can do the public Zillow data as well, though. All right, let's see. So many text messages going out. Come on, we need some conversations for the people. Let's see, Bev. I'm going to call Bev.
Nine 176128821 is.
So what I'm going to do here, I would leave a voicemail, but just for the sake of this, I'm going to show you guys another method. Just tried to ring you. So I'm just saying, just tried to ring you. I'm interested, but I need more information on what I'd be getting into. Can you call me when you're free? And that's it. Boom. Last used. I want to make sure of something really quick, guys. I'm making sure that I sent it from the same number twice. Okay, cool. Because sometimes Go High Level will accidentally default send it from the wrong phone number, so they're going to get it on a different thread, and it's just going to throw everybody through a loop. All right. All right, Bev. Why you not answering the phone, darling? What the hell? You gotta be legit if you want to talk money. You said what's your offer? Let's get down to the numbers here, ma'am. All right. My computer is being wonky, guys. I can't make a click here on high level. All right, moving on to the next here. I'm going to close out some of my other tabs. See what's up here. Not taking less than the value. Let's see.
Virginia Cooper.
Hey, Virginia.
Can't take your call now. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, simply hang up or press pound for further options.
Hey, Virginia. This is just CJ. I'm actually one of Anthony's associates here. I wanted to just reach out to you. We were interested in talking numbers for that property. I just wanted to gather some more information just to see what we'd be getting into before we just kind of throw a number out there. I know that you said that you weren't taking less than the value. Uh, I'm trying to figure out what that value is. So if you would just give me a call back, we might be pretty close to make something work. So if you would just give me a call back, I'd love the opportunity to speak to you in more detail, and we can see if we can make sense of it. Thanks. It was kind of a dorky message I just left. I'm not gonna bullshit you guys. That was I felt like a wiener there. That was not the best message. But dude, my high level is just not clicking. What kind of number are you talking about here? Well, Britt, I'm about to call you, my darling. Oh, that's a dude. It's Michael, not Michelle. I'm a bit dyslexic. All right, let's give this guy a call. What number are you talking about?
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Anthony, not a spam call.
Thanks, Anthony. Please stay on the line. I'm sorry, this person is not available. If you would like to leave an additional message, please reply after the tone.
Hey, this is just Anthony. I was reaching out. I just shot you a text, man, and I was seeing if you had some time to get back with me about more details about the property. I'd love to just throw a number out there, but unfortunately, I need to make sense of it first. What the fuck was that? That was annoying. I don't know what happened. That was my redemption voicemail, and I fucked it up. I'm ashamed. All right, let's bring this back. I'm gonna send him a text. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Damn, man, that was kind of whack. I'm not gonna lie. All right, guys, I have time for one more call here. Hopefully, we're gonna connect with somebody, and hopefully, it's not like that freaking long either. Benson on appraised for 2.5 million. I have a feeling this guy's gonna talk my ear off. So, call my wife here. When is a good time to chat? Damn, I didn't get a chuckle out of any of you guys for my little skit there. God damn, it's dry audience tonight. All right, no interest. Stop contacting me. All right, fuck off, Karen. Let's keep it moving. All right, I gotta run here literally in 3 minutes, guys. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys want to be entered to win the 500 leads. Put a 1 in the chat, guys. Put a 1 in the chat, ladies and gents, if you want to be entered to win 500 leads. Unless you're willing to... Oh, where'd that lead just go, by the way? Unless you're willing to enter an offer. Yeah. All right, everybody. By the way, Stay High 179. Did you get those? I sent you those leads last Friday. Did you? Or maybe it was last Thursday. Did you win those? Or did you get them? Correction. There's 65K. All right. All right, guys. I'm going to go get a new water bottle over here. Put a 1 in the chat right now if you guys want to win these leads. Put a 1 in the chat. If you're listening, put a 1 in the chat. I am going to grab a water really quick, come back. We will do the drawing. And I will send those to you later this evening. I have somewhere to be in the next 15 minutes here. That's why I'm rushing. Or what I'll do, I got to actually draw these right now for you guys. I am under the gun. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys want to be entered here to win these. Put a 1 in the chat. Chris, my man, you better be putting a 1 in the chat, brother. Guys, I should see at least, what is it, between the two streams, I should see at least 7 different people putting a 1 in the chat right now. Put a 1 in the chat here if you want to win those 500 free skip traces. I'm just going to send you guys gangster skip traces for free. Chris, you better put that in there, bro. All right, let's see here, guys. So I'm going to assign you guys numbers. I'm going to do it live here. Chris, brother, it's your last chance. Last chance. You got to get it to me quick. All right. Cosmo333, you're going to be number 1. Costin544, you're going to be number 2. Stay High 179 is going to be number 3. This is how we're going to do it. I have it on this other screen over here. We are going to do it on the 3rd click here. So I'm going to yell out when I do a click every single time. On the 3rd click, whoever wins is going to be sent 500 leads. So our first click here, let's see. It's 2, okay. Our second click, guys, a 3. And now for our final click, and this is the winner. This is the winner of the 500 leads. And again, we're going to be doing it tomorrow, the following day. We're going to be doing it every single day, guys. So do not get down about it. I want to help you succeed. Again, go to powersell.io, like, subscribe, back to powersell.io, make an account. All the resources are there for you free. We're trying to help people go from 0 to 10K a month absolutely for free. All the trainings, all the resources, the platform for free. Make an account there. Share it with your friends, and you can earn a marketing bonus as well. So final click here. Number 1. Cosmo333, winner chicken dinner. Let's go. Winner. All right, guys, that's it for today's stream. Cosmo, I will send me a DM on Instagram with a screenshot of your profile photo, and I will get you those leads this evening. So give me some time on those, and I will get those over to you. Other than that, guys, you guys have a great evening. Keep crushing, keep grinding, and I will see you guys on the inside on powersell.io, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 5:30 for our regular scheduled programming. You guys take care. Have a great evening.